This is a video on converting measurement using ratio reasoning. And when you're changing or converting measurements from one unit to the other, it's helpful to either know the conversions or to have a simple chart like this that tells you how many inches are in a foot or how many feet are in a yard, etc. We're going to do two different ones, changing from a smaller unit like ounces to a bigger unit like pounds, and also changing from a larger unit like miles to a smaller unit like feet. We're going to do that with ratio reasoning, and so to set it up, you're going to multiply fractions. The first thing I do is set my fractions with a multiplication sign in the middle, and then I label. The same units that are over here are going to be the same units on top. And then down here, we're going to put that unit, and we'll talk about that here in a second. The numbers I set up are the same. So 72 ounces goes in the top left. And here, we put what's called our dimensional analysis. It's where we put the number of ounces in a pound here to be able to set it up to solve. So I know that there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. So what I'm going to do is write the 16 next to ounces and 1 next to pound. That's a ratio comparing how many ounces are in a pound. 16 ounces in 1 pound. To make 72 a fraction, I just simply put it over 1 and I multiply straight across. You can cross simplify like we've talked about before, or you can just multiply. The reason we do this dimensional analysis is it allows us to cancel out the opposite units. So all I'm left with is pounds. So I have 72 over 16 pounds. And then what you're going to do is divide top and bottom to solve. 72 divided by 16 will go in there 4 times, minus 64. So I have 4 and 8/16, which is equal to 4 1/2 pounds. I'm going to do a very similar thing from bigger to larger. The first thing I need to do is change my mixed number into an improper fraction, and we explained that in the last video. So that's going to be 5/4 miles will go on top times feet and miles. To know how many feet are in a mile, you can either know it or look at the conversion chart. 5,280 feet in 1 mile. You can cross simplify like we've talked about before, or you can just multiply straight across. Usually I find it easier to cross simplify, but I won't right now. Multiply out. 0. 26400. And then feet with my label, and I'm going to simplify with division. 26400. So my answer would be 6,600 feet in 1 mile.